Well, good morning, guys. I'm going to tackle the engine vibration problem now. It's a high frequency vibration, so it's not like it's missing. It's strange. It's like a buzzing, and it travels through the body of the vehicle and the steering wheel. So it's got to be the harmonic balancer, I imagine. There is some people as well who had HO harmonic balancer problems, and yes, it's the one that's on the HO is different. The HO engine I'm rebuilding now also had a different model, a plain balancer. The HO has a metal strip about that wide. It's different, and they're no longer available, so people are putting standard harmonic balancers on the HO. Also because of vibration, I've found a few on the internet that have the same problem. So what I'm going to do today is take out the radiator and everything that's in the way, and I'm going to replace it, take it off. Might as well replace the oil seal while I'm at it, and put on, I've got this one that's just pulled off this motor. I know this one was good for effect. This one probably is a little bit less rusty because it's taken off more recent. I'm going to use an ATI damper on the new build anyway, so I might as well use this baby. But first I've got to pull off the harmonic balancer, and I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, I've never had this vibration on any vehicle in my life. I've had engines that are busted and broken. That's a slower, more thumping sort of a vibration. This is really high frequency vibration. It's really uncomfortable on the hand, on the steering wheel, and when you're driving, it feels like it goes through your whole body. It's a horrible feeling. So I do rev the crap out of my engine, so I may have spun it. I just hope that a normal non-HO harmonic balancer will do the job. If not, I'll put it on, and if it doesn't, maybe I can send this harmonic balancer in to be fixed. I think they take it apart, put in some new rubber or adhesive and rebalance it or something, maybe. But anyway, I'll start ripping it apart and I'll continue filming. Alright, so here's the old hospital trolley that I make a lot of great use out of, that I rescued from the rubbish bin. So I'm draining it at the moment through the tap. And yeah, I don't like how this stuff crystallizes, but you can see all the little leaks everywhere. I mean, this is years and years of seeping, but I can even see some. See that around the hose clamps. So I guess it does show you if it's leaking, this pink stuff. That's one benefit. But anyway, I'll start taking off the hoses and stuff, and it's got one of these horrible hydraulic cooling fan systems, which I'll just continue using. I just noticed some more leaks there, but that looks like oil. Oh, it's probably leaking from up here. Probably do some new hoses. I'll see what I've got, because that one down there looks pretty bad. I doubt I'll find one locally though. Anyway, I'll carry on. Well, calling it a day. Yes, calling it a day. Wow. I must say, I extremely dislike hydraulic fan systems. And why does the steering box need a cooler? See the steering box here? This cooler radiator, this one, is to cool the oil for the steering box. Not the normal Jeeps don't have them. Why does the HO need a cooler for the steering box? There's so many things in here that I need to remove to get to this harmonic balancer. It's crazy. So, due to limited health, I have to call it a day. And I need to use my son's Stang to take my daughter to school and pick her up. Anyway, see you tomorrow. And it's the next day. And this is the first time I've been unhappy with the way these vehicles are made. The stupidity of the engineering. Like, to take the radiator out, you basically have to de-gas the aircon. Everything is locked together. It's not simple. And then everything is like, no matter what step you take, you need to take more steps. So basically, to get the radiator out, you need to strip the front end off. To do it ideally, completely strip off the front end, the grille, the headlights, de-gas the aircon. I mean, who does that? Who thinks of that? To do it that way? Why not have it so the radiator slips out? I'm disappointed with the engineers, and it's probably Mercedes that did this part of it. I've never come across this where you couldn't just unbolt this or leave it there and then pull out the radiator. I've never had it where you cannot remove the radiator shroud to get easier access to the front and to the fan. No, it's part of the fan housing, right? You cannot remove that. I don't think this is a Jeep design. I think this is, or Chrysler, I think this is Mercedes doing this. To be honest, having worked on a few in the past, I don't remember my 99. My other two, only this HO. The other two I don't have a problem doing this. It wasn't this hard. Only the HO, because it's got this. For some reason, the HO needs a steering fluid oil cooler, and you need to de-gas the aircon to take out the radiator. Sorry, man. Yeah, this is the first time this vehicle has me stumped. Normally, most of the work's pretty easy, but to just take out the radiator by itself on this 2002 Overland, I just keep on struggling. Unbelievable. Ta-da! I got it out, and I am not putting the hydraulic fan back in. Not doing it. No, I hate it. I'm going to bypass it, and I'm going to put an electric one in there. And also the aircon. That's why the aircon doesn't work. Not that I ever use it, but yeah. Well, I don't see anything wrong with the harmonic balancer. Doesn't mean there isn't. So I'm going to take that bolt out and try and get a pulley on there. Wish me luck. Just thought I'd show you, this is what it looks like when you put a pulley on there. This is a 3-legged pulley. It's got position for 3 legs. Some have 2, some have 4, but this is a 3. Anyway, I just thought, then you tighten that up and it pulls it off. Just thought I'd show you that. Bit of interest. I cannot see anything wrong. I was expecting like to see maybe movement here, like perished rubber. I mean, it's cracky, but it doesn't look like it's moved. You see the key lines up with, kind of lines up, not quite, but kind of lines up with the key slot. This is very different to the other ones I have. This HO one. The HO I'm rebuilding had that. Okay. So, yeah, basically a lot more metal, a lot more weight. Basically the same frame, but more weight added to it. Why would that benefit? Anyway, I'll put that on, see what happens. Wish me luck. Well, well, well. Look at all this, eh? 2 H-holes. H-holes. Yeah, I'm a little bit happy. Going through my stuff, I was actually looking for a seal because I'm replacing the seal because it has started leaking a little bit. And I'm just wondering if it started leaking because of the vibration. I don't know. But going through my stuff, I found that because somebody wanted some old head gaskets. So I started looking for the old head gaskets to see I could give them to him, but yeah, I don't see them, sorry. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd let you know I found a HO, so hopefully that will do the trick. Okay, so while I was at it, I put in a new seal, so that should help a bit and stop it from leaking oil. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm starting to doubt now if that is causing a vibration. Oh, this is not it, that's the normal one. Yeah, I'm still starting to doubt it now. Anyway, we shall see. It's on. Just bypass the oil cooler. Here comes a question. Still vibrating. Holy crap. Why would an engine be vibrating like that? Let me know. It runs good, but it vibrates. So I should probably put the old one back on because it's matched to the engine. Could it be the torque converter? Is it the torque converter? I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I have to assemble it all back up and see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think. You don't need to see me bolt everything back together, right? So I'm gonna have a break first. Coffee and painkillers. Normally you'd say coffee and biscuits, but I say coffee and painkillers. Does feel different, so but let me know. It's not like a knocking vibration, it's not a slow vibration, it's a fast vibration. Can a torque converter do that? Let me know, please, guys. I really mean it, I need to know. I've never had this problem before, but it did feel a bit better. That's okay, I still fixed the oil leak, right? I still had to replace the seal. So, yeah. There you go. Could it be injectors? No, I don't think so. Injectors wouldn't cause vibration. It's puzzling me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and let me know what you or your friends think. I'd much appreciate it. Thank you. Over and out.